They call me the GOAT, but I might be a ghost. Whenever I look around, I can see what I want. The money, attention, and will for the family. I know what I want. You cheating, not up for the challenge. They call me the GOAT, but I might be a ghost. Whenever I look around, I can see what I want. The money, attention, and wealth for the family. I know what I want. You cheating the game, you're not up for the challenge. I'm the realest. Yeah, I see what I want and I get it. You be capping for the clout, you switching. Ain't no switching back. Had the boss up, you can call me triple threat. I be killing every show and it before the check. I ain't tired yet. Overlapping like I used to run a track. Special, no, I don't even break a sweat. I'm as lethal as an artist really get. I remember Granny cooking fish and grits. When she gave us knowledge, she been showing stick. Now we cooking in the stew, talking about this. I'm all over the world. People be sleep so they quite don't know it yet. They be ready for war. Anyone standing no way, that's over. I'ma wake 'em up, let me wake 'em up. You will see what I'm about, I ain't one of them. Used to sleep on the floor, had below the room. Now I'm dogging on like Shaq and them. I be feeling for people, no sympathy. When they see me with check, they be sensitive. I don't fall in the trap, I be flipping it, make it look easy. My feet up, I'm kicking it over and over. They repeating my, they liking it, but they showing the love, they be trifling. All I'm seeing is red like lightning. Over and over, straight heat the beat. All you rappers for real ain't touching me. It's a bang whenever I'm walking in. Hey, cause I go. They call me the GOAT, but I might be a ghost. Whenever I look around, I can see what I want. The money, attention, and wealth for the family. I know what I want. You cheating the game, you're not up for the challenge. Go. They call me the GOAT, but I might be a ghost. Whenever I look around, I can see what I want. The money, attention, and wealth for the family. I know what I want. You cheating the game, you're not up for the challenge. They call me the GOAT, but I might be a ghost.
Boom, what's up? What's up? What's going on, everybody? Hey, welcome back. Welcome back. Come on, man. Friday Night Hype, PhD U Sports very own. I am the professor, aka the Skybox Bully. And man, do I have a surprise for y'all. What's going on, everybody? Hope everybody's doing well. Come on in. Come on in. Come on in. How was your work week? My good. Hey, them employees get on your nerves. They was getting on mine. I'm just right. They was getting on my nerves. They was getting on my nerves, man. Y'all know y'all got the employees, man. Just young crowd, young crew. They act a little silly, Anyways, I don't want to put all my pressure on y'all, but Lord, I think we all go through the same thing from time to time. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back, Friday Night Hype. You know how this thing goes. Not going to keep you long. We know some of you are on your way to a Friday night game to watch your team play tonight. We wish you all the best of luck. Safe travels to and from your games. Lots of great games going down tonight. Go check them out. Support, support, support. You already know, for the community, by the community. Well, it's a very special Friday night, and this time I know for a fact I needed a co-host. I needed a co-host for this show right here. Lots of good games going down tomorrow. A couple of games that we want to talk about in particular and find out where and what is on next for this young man. First and foremost, I want to say congratulations and thanks to everybody who voted Skybox MVP, PHCU Sports Player of the Game. Everybody sent in videos. We thank you. We've seen them all. We posted them all. Let you all check them out. We go in, we pick the top three, come out there and put it right for you to decide what is the hottest play out there or the strongest play. Some of them razzle dazzle, some maybe not so much. Listen, it's just easy like that. It's easy like that. Keep sending those videos. Don't forget every Sunday by 12 o'clock. Sunday by 12 o'clock. I mean, if you catch me before I wake up on Monday morning, you can slide one or two in. But I'm talking about that's early. That's really early. You can slide one in, get your child nominated possibly, right? We look at the videos. What's the hottest videos that we think you all would want to see? Put those three videos out there. Give y'all all of Monday and Tuesday to about 9, 10 o'clock-ish, something like that. Y'all make it, and there it goes. All right? But, like I said earlier, have a co-host that I want to bring it to y'all, ladies and gentlemen. Introducing to you none other than the first recipient of the Skybox Bullies MVP, PHCU Sports Player of the Game. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Pryor's in the building. What's going on?
What's up, man?
Hey, man, first and foremost, thank you. Thank you for accepting the opportunity to come on and host the show with me, man. It's a great honor. Like I was telling some of the people before, it's always a pleasure to speak with you. You're always very respectful, and I think your family is definitely raising you right. And I hope you continue on that same path all the way through because it's always a pleasure talking to you. What I tell you? There you go, Tabby Ray. What you say, Mister Nasir?
I told you it was going. I told you she was
Listen,
gonna say something.
what we already talked about this, man. We're on the same path. You knew who was coming. You knew who was coming. But listen, uh, hey, first of all, congratulations, man.
Thank you. And I just want to say
First, the
thank you for
first.
everybody that voted for me.
Hey, all right, all right, all right. I'm sorry, I was talking at the same time. Go ahead and tell him again. Tell him what you just said.
I just want to say thank you for everybody that voted for me, and I really appreciate that.
There you go. There you go. A gentleman and a scholar. Y'all better quit playing with me.
How much? It was like 490 votes.
Yes,
Or
it
something like
actually
that.
was. You knew exactly. You knew the number exactly. See him, hey, see him. I told you.
I told you.
We already said who was coming, bro. We already talked
I
about
told you it was gonna happen.
it. We said they was coming. What's going on? Boxhead Sav in the building. What's going on? What's going on, everybody? Listen, it's Friday, man. So of course it's Friday night hype. I got my co-host with me. We about to do the thing. All right. So we're gonna break this thing down like this. First and foremost, we want to know something about you. We want to know some things about you. Not everything, right? We don't give it all up. What grade are you in?
7th grade.
7th grade. Oh my gosh. Middle school. You could have went to middle school ball. So, I cut to the meat and potatoes. Okay. We'll ask some questions in between. But you could have went and played middle school ball. Why did you choose not to play middle school ball?
Well, I could have, but the district I'm in, they don't have middle school ball. They don't do it. No.
Okay.
I'm in Berkeley.
Okay. So let me ask you this: had you had the opportunity to play middle school ball or one last year of travel ball, which would you do?
Travel. I'm doing travel. I'm playing for Ashfield.
Listen, these people want to know some of these things. How else are you gonna find out about the kid? I'm just no. Listen. Listen. This is my question, right? So everybody always says travel ball, middle school ball. If middle school ball came around, some are actually thinking that they would take more kids. Why would you say in travel ball?
Cause like middle school ball, if I did middle school ball, how do I say this? If I did middle school ball, I feel like it wouldn't be the best for me. I feel like the best for me. I would like finish out my travel ball year,
Yeah.
and then go to middle school ball or B team.
There you go. There you go. Because I think you're good enough that if you do turn around, middle school ball, of course, you go get your reps. But I could not see you. I could see you going B team, and if the competition was up there, then I think you would try to take it to a whole nother level and find out how far you could dig inside of yourself to bring out the best ball player. Um, I don't know, man. I'm always confused because I coach middle school ball, and of course I've coached youth football, especially for the last year for some of those guys. But a lot of answers I get is people saying there's more competition, okay, in travel ball, and it's a longer season, right? It's a longer season. Last time I believe I did middle school ball, I was coaching River Oaks. I think it was like only like it might have been like 8 games, 7 or 8 games, and then it's over with. So it's interesting to see people's answers and perspectives on middle school ball versus one last year of travel ball. Okay, 7th grade. How tall are you?
I don't know.
You really don't. You don't know. Do you know how much you weigh?
Like 130 something.
130
Like
something.
135 or 140 something.
Okay, 135, 140. All right.
I'm
I
not
think
that tall though.
you gotta be like 5'8", 5'9".
I'm not that tall.
You don't think you're that tall? You think you're short on
I'm
that?
like 5'3".
5'3"? Really? I don't
I'm
know.
short.
I might be getting shorter as I'm getting older. I don't know. Okay, 5'3", 5'4". We'll say 5'4". We'll add the cleats in there.
All right.
But listen, I get it. I get it. Team you're playing for now, of course, and been around with for a long time, Ashley Ridge. How's it been? How's the experience with Ashley Ridge? I've been out there a
It's
couple times. But I don't think I've ever done a I don't think I've ever done a show out there. The not in the huddle was I forgot the name of my own show. But I've never been out there to do like a full blown out piece. But I've always been interested to. What's it like out there at Ashley Ridge?
it's good because my first year for playing for Ashley Ridge, we won a state championship, a lower state championship. We went to nationals. We got knocked out in the second round.
Right.
And then the year after that, we got knocked out by Fort in the second round of playoffs. And then the year after that, when we won nationals for like my second year at TNU, that was the best year because I had all my brothers I've been with since like day one
Yep.
playing with me, and winning a national title with them is like it's an achievement.
That's
That
deep.
will for sure be a memory.
That's deep. That's deep. Listen, I think that y'all got back together from that 8U squad, and there was a slight
Yeah.
chip on your shoulder that by the time y'all got into 10U together, that it was like it was do or die. It was do or die right then and there. I know to say that youth football or something is crazy, but I think you knew right then and there that was going to be the team to take you all the way to nationals, and you guys did exactly just that. Um, what about the nationals? What was that experience like? That was your first time there because you got, I mean, and to get the full experience, go in there, win, beat the teams hands down, and you had the low country behind you. What was that experience like?
So it was good because the first team we played, they're the only team that actually gave us competition.
Yeah.
We won like 36-25 or something like that. And then the game after that, we played a team that beat us my 8U year 7-6. They beat us 7-6, and we beat them 7-6.
Yeah. So
So
yeah.
and then the
All right.
championship,
Yeah. Go ahead. Let's go ahead and talk about the championship.
the championship, it was no competition. I don't know how that team made it to nationals. We beat them 30
Ooh, we
something to
won't.
0.
Don't say their name. Don't say their name. Don't say their name. Boy, all right. So other than the games themselves, all right, a lot of youth student athletes might be watching. We hope that they're watching. Watch later on. Parents even watching. The experience of being there, like the vibe of the place, all of that. What was that like? What was that experience like for you?
It was amazing.
Yeah.
Like I stayed in a Airbnb with my best friend Kingston, and then
Mm,
we went to the team house then and there, and like got in the pool. It was fun. It was real
yeah.
fun.
So I mean, you guys were able to be kids at the end of the day, and that is very good because you didn't want to uh, seem like you're there to do work. I get that, but I think it was a little bit more than that. I think it was a little bit about the experience and um, just to go through it, see the sights. Did you see anything? Was it something about the music and all the kids? You had to be passing your competition like 4 or 5 times a day before you even played them. Did you know who they were? Did it bother you? Was there trash talk? Nothing.
It was a bunch of trash talk the first game, like a bunch
Really?
of trash talk. It
Oh,
was me and this other kid. I don't know, forgot what number he was, but we was going back and forth all game.
wow, wow. So how do you stay? What's your state of mind when the trash talk is happening? I mean,
Like,
at
what am I
first,
thinking?
at first you got to be kind of heated, right? You're kind of upset because I've known you for a little while. I've seen you play, and it's just that's just how you play. Like you don't play to try to play dirty. You're just a tough kid. So some people might think that as you hitting too hard, or you're doing this or doing that, or you did something on purpose. How does that that person now coming at you? How does that make you feel? What's going through your mind?
Nothing much. I'm keep doing what I do because I know at the end of the day, I'm gonna get at least 10 yards of run. So that's
Yeah.
fine with me.
averaged at least 10 yards a run. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're just now tuning in, we're talking right here to Mr. Pryor, the first to win the Skybox Bullies MVP Player of the Game. His video was submitted, of course, by his mother, who is indeed and in fact his biggest fan. I'm talking, she is. Everywhere she goes, it's that Ashley Ridge. You got to talk about them Pryor boys. You've heard me say it time and time again. Every time I come up to Ashley Ridge, one of the first things I got to give a shout out to my Pryor boys out there. And Tabby Ray, what you say? She already knows how I feel about hers. Got these guys coming up. Don't forget, man. Listen, I need your jersey up here. We got to sign that bad boy. Whatever we got to do, man, to make sure that you get into the Youth Wall of Fame. 5'3", 100, anywhere between 135, 147th grader, who's been balling for quite a long time. You're right. You think 7th grader, 5'3", maybe not that tall, but I'm telling you, the heart the size of a lion, got to be. All right, because he doesn't give up too easy, and he plays that rough, low country bully ball exactly the way we like to watch and see. All right, so since we're talking about school and all this other stuff, what's going on and what's happening, let's talk about something major. Let's talk about them grades. What's them grades hitting for?
My grades, they're pretty decent. They were low at one point, but I'm bringing them up.
Yeah. Now I know mom dudes don't play about them grades. Now,
No,
have you
at
ever
all.
a question that I'm gonna ask, right? Have you ever missed practice due to bad grades?
Uh, I have, but it's not because she made me. I told her this was like back in like my first or 10 year. I told her I'm gonna stay home and do my work so I can get my grade up.
Well, you told her that. You came, okay, all right. That's different. I'm just saying, we don't hear that often. We don't hear that, and that's good to hear, man. And that's taking accountability, right? That's on some big man stuff right there. If that's how you're gonna play it, right? If that's how you're gonna be, and that's how you're gonna perceive the student athlete aspect of the game, then I think you're moving in the right direction. And if I know you, you don't like to miss practice nor a game. You don't like to miss none. You don't like to miss none of that. So it had to have been something important if you come out and say, nah, I can't go to practice. I got some schoolwork. What's your favorite subject?
Uh, I'm gonna say science or language arts.
Science, language arts. Okay, all right. A lot of people say math. Some people say math because they want to count
Well,
the
math
money.
is not. I'm not good with math at all.
Listen, me don't feel bad, man. Me and math. Once we get to that certain stage, I'm done. I'm done. Yeah, I heard Jaden. Jaden just put up there. Jaden, we gonna talk about that too. I already know. I already know. We already know. We gonna talk about that because see, you already disappointed him. Look at him. His head goes down. He can't. I told you we're rolling up to it. Come on, Jack. I've done this before. I've been here before. Been here before. All right. So that's the favorite subject. Couple favorite subjects going on. We talked about playing ball almost all year round because after nationals it wasn't too much longer. It's 7v7. It's spring ball. It's all this stuff. A lot of conversation, a lot of rumors go around about kids playing almost too much. Almost playing too much. Some kids playing almost year round, they think it's bad for them. You've almost played year round, right? You're really close. I think you guys might have had a few weeks off here or there, and then it was almost time to get ready because you guys hosted an event this year, Battle in the Swamp. Um, how was it to play almost year round? It was probably just maybe between everything and as a total, you might have had 30 days off. How do you feel about playing that long?
I don't feel no different. I feel the same because my mom, she don't make me play football. She always asks me if I want to play. If I
Right.
don't want to play, then she tells me like if I'm not playing, do something at least keep my endurance up and like don't just be lazy in the house and then like because like running the treadmill, do some workouts and something like that, like
Yeah.
footwork and stuff like that.
Okay. All right. All right. Any training, any side training outside of practice and all that other stuff? Do you do that?
I was supposed to, but it was right after Saturday practices and Saturday practices, I like the morning of that I couldn't even move. Like after that practice, my
Yeah,
body was always sore because it's always hot outside. It was a 3 hour practice and I couldn't do it. I'm
I'm
gonna
gonna
do it
see.
eventually though.
Yeah, I'm gonna see. I'm gonna see if I can't hook you up, man. I'm gonna take. I'm gonna take it a step further, and I'm gonna connect you to somebody that I think you would love. Somebody that I think that you would rock with, that trains backs and is really dang good at it. All right, I'm gonna put you in touch with somebody, and I'm gonna make it happen. Even if I got to take care of a couple of sessions, we'll do that. But I believe I can make something happen for you, especially if you keep them grades up. Got to keep them grades up. So I'm gonna reach out to a person later on this evening, and we're gonna see if I can't get a couple sessions in with you with Coach Jamie Fordham. All right, Fordham Performance, man. Listen, set the standard, be the standard is their motto, and he definitely believes in that. So we're gonna see if we can't get you set up with Jamie Fordham and get you a couple sessions. If it's something that you like, then you know I suggest that I know your mom, man. Your mom, your family, they'll jump behind you. They'll make some stuff shake if that's really what you want to get into. Don't let it overwhelm you. Don't let it take you away from being a kid. But if you want to be Himothy, if you want to be that baller, you're gonna have to put in some grind, some time. You know what I mean?
Yes,
All
sir.
right, most definitely, most definitely. Well, once again, ladies and gentlemen, hey, if you're just now tuning in, all right, first of all, you're a little bit late, but it's okay. It's all right. He's still right here with my co-host right here, none other than Mr. Pryor, the award-winning Mr. Pryor, Mr. MVP, Skybox Bully MVP. All right, Marcus Gaza says, my boy, Marcus, what's going on, brother? What's happening? What's happening? What's happening, Marcus? Coach Marcus. Somebody says, use your words, boy. Who's Kareem Singleton? Kareem Singleton trying to get on you about your interview skills, man. But you know what I tell you, we ain't gonna let you lose, man. We for the community, by the community. So yes, sir, no, sir. We good, we good. That's nephew. That's nephew. We there.
Right,
We there. When he
right.
sees
That
me,
part.
Kareem, that's nephew. That's family to me. That's family to me. I worked with his grandfather, known his mother for a long time. She's been a huge fan. He's been a huge fan of everything I've been doing since day one. I guarantee you'll go back and check some years back. We've done an interview before, but it was always out on the field. All right. Garga Gang. Garga Gang. Garga Gang. Garza. Excuse me. Garza. But listen. All right. So as we proceed, ladies and gentlemen, 5'3", 135 to 140 pound running back. Okay. Speed is there. Speed is there, but it's because of his size. That's what makes a lot of cats not want to tackle him,
I
right?
can get faster. I think I can get faster.
You think you get fast? All right. So you can always teach speed and quickness, but excuse me, you can always teach quickness. You can't teach speed, right? You can do lots of things that'll make you seem and look faster and do stuff to get you there faster. But the speed thing, that's it's a very little window about adding on speed, but adding on quickness is definitely a thing. All right. Always remember that. If you don't believe me, when you get a chance to go meet Jamie Fordham, ask him all those questions, tell him what you're trying to do, and he'll break it down for you, and you'll start seeing the game become a lot better. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, got some stuff coming up this weekend, and we're going to talk about it. One of the most disappointing things that you heard was that
Just
EMC, Extra Mile Club,
forfeited. I don't know why they forfeited.
forfeited. Now we don't know if they forfeited across the board. All right, if anybody knows out there, shout out. They forfeited like everything 6, 8, 10,
Every
12.
time we play them, they forfeit.
If it's across the board, let us know. But right now, we know the 12U isn't playing. But we want to be clear on all things. So, if you already know, please come out and tell us so we can tell everybody else and put that information out there. So I asked Mr. Pryor. I said, no, just the 12U. Okay. Just the 12U. But he's still disappointed, right? Of course, he's still disappointed. So you get a chance to have a weekend off before you have a big game. You got a big game coming up. You got a big game coming up that I'm pretty sure Ashley Ridge wants to be 100% for. So what some people may seem as a bad moment might be a blessing in disguise, young man. It might be. You're well rested. You're eager to play. Unfortunately, EMC forfeits, and the following week, you guys go take on Fort Dorchester.
That's gonna be a good game. That's gonna be a good game.
But
I think it.
right, and all right. So if you've already the thing about not playing tomorrow, you get rest, you get to cool out, you go back to practice next week, and you're just, man, we didn't get to play. I get it, but now you're like, if you're not 100% by taking this time off right here, you're probably injured. All right, just keeping it real. If you're not 100% after taking off Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and possibly Monday, and a lot of teams do Tuesday through Thursday. That's 4 days. Let's say you're one of those teams, right? You only do Tuesday through Thursday. Cool. If you do Monday through Thursday, even better. But you know, I'm not losing the fort no more. Jade Price said, "I'm not losing the fort no more."
I've been saying that. I've been saying that before the season even started.
And,
I'm tired
and
of losing the Fort.
right.
I only beat them my first year, 8U, and that's it.
And listen, I think a lot of variables that you have to have, and being 100% is one of them. Being 100% is one of them. Fort turns around and takes on Woodland, which we'll talk about here in a moment, because I want you got to give your picks, right? You ever come on the show, you know I'm going to have a game. I'm going to ask those questions. You got to come up with your picks. So, hey, they're taking on Fort. Fort's taking on Woodland. If Woodland even keeps it close, that's because Woodland is banging. We know that they're going to do that. So they might soften up a couple. I don't know, man. Fort's just that team. They just always seem ready. Ashley Ridge is no slouch. Woodland's no slouch. But your game has got to be on. You got to be on all cylinders, and keep the ball out of that offensive hand, man. Keep the ball out of the offensive hand. Cut your hair. Oh my goodness. Kareem is still all over you. Cut your hair. Gonna make you look more aerodynamic. That's funny. That's funny. I don't know if you're talking about you or me, but I know I got the aerodynamic thing going on. I got it going on. All right, so you
I
take
want
the
to
week
lock
off.
it up, but my mom won't let me.
So you're taking the week off. You're a little disappointed?
Very.
Very
I don't
disappointed.
like taking weeks off.
Okay. But you get to go out there and still support the other age groups tomorrow as they play EMC and root your team on. You get some rest. You get to cool out, hang out with the friends, possibly make a day of it, or get some rest. I mean, either one is up to you. But, the following week, Fort Dorchester. So I think 100% this might be something. This might be something telling you, hey, everybody's back 100%. Whoever had those bumps and bruises, aches and pains, they no longer have it by next week coming into practice, and there you go. There goes Miss Tammy Wilson. Look at my grandson, my grandbaby. Oh, Lord. Grandma in
That's
the
my
building.
grandma. Mm-hmm.
Wait,
I love my grandma.
that's Lawrence's wife?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
Oh, Lawrence. Come on, man. Somebody tell Lawrence I said, what's up? I miss that guy, man. Real good people. His hair looked like you, nephew. Oh, Lord. There go Miss Fee. You know Fee ain't going to miss it. We got a co-host on. Fee is in the building. Little sis, what's going on? What's happening? Stand up, Raider Nation. All right, so you get the week off. It is what it is, man. You get some rest. I think you come back even stronger and even better wanting to play. Again, bumps and bruises. Sometimes, man, even y'all in the 12U, sometimes you guys need a slight break. There goes Lawrence. What's up, man? That's my guy. My guy, Lawrence. Hey, man. Listen, let me tell y'all a quick little story. So I worked with his grandfather, okay? And I'm talking about what I tell you earlier. That was the OG. That was the OG of the group right there. The little small group that we had. That was the OG who always used to give me a hard time, but he would be right there and have my back every step of the way, man. Real cool dude. Loved working with him. He used to keep me laughing with stories. And all this time he was talking about his grandson and all this stuff. Never knew this whole time, man, it was you. That is amazing. That is amazing. That is amazing. And he bragged on you often, all the time. And I was coaching at the time, so hey, I really wasn't doing this, so we didn't have it. But shout out to my guy Lawrence Wilson, man. Always a real solid dude, and always a pleasure seeing you. All right. So, yes, congrats, young man. Hey, listen, positive things indeed. But he's a little upset that he's not getting
Thank you.
weekend. Right? See, look at that. And polite. Huh? Argue with your mammy. That's just he already knows what time it is. All right. And speaking of your mammy, let's talk about something, man, that some people may want to know, may not want to know, but some youth student athletes that may want to how they feel about their mom being like their hugest fan. I'm talking about, I know you hear your mom on the sidelines. I know you hear your mom for every game, for every kid on the sidelines, yelling at you, telling you to do what you got to do and stuff like that. What is it like having your mom? She is a sports mom. She is a sports mom, a team mom. She's been there every step of the way, ain't missed a beat. What is it like having a mom like that?
It's amazing. Like, sometimes when she's screaming on the sideline, I don't really hear her because like I'm so focused on the field, I can't hear any. I can't really hear anything.
Yeah. But I guarantee you, if you watch some of those live streams that some of those adults play, you'll hear, brother. You'll hear because we hear. But it's all good, man. But I know every single time she is right there. Oh yes, yes, we definitely are a village. Definitely are a village, man. That's exactly how we get down, sis. You already know. You already know. So she's there, right? It's the ride there. It's the ride home. What are the ride homes like? I don't know. You guys got a couple of losses, right? Back in the days and whatnot. What is it like on the ride home? Is it still football? Are we still talking football? Is she pointing out some things that you did or did not do? Or it's just, hey, it's just a quiet ride home?
Like on wins or losses.
Ooh, that's a good one. So let's start off with the wins. What are those talks like?
She still tell me she still tells me what I can do better. Like if I get like 3 touchdowns, she will tell me how I can get 4 or 5 like the next week after that. She will still tell me there's some things I can work on.
Yeah. All right. So I mean, that's so not only your biggest fan, but your biggest critic. Like she's always going to talk about it. So okay, let's talk about the losses. So it seems like it's the same conversation with the losses.
It is.
All right, so same conversation. But are there times where she's just mom and like we're not talking about sports and it's just we're just cooling out having fun?
It's a rare chance. Like if it's football week, all she will talk about is football. Other
Well,
than that,
listen, and that's what sports moms are all about, man. But I think once you get out of the youth phase, okay, I think during the games, of course, I think she's still going to criticize, which is fine, which is absolutely fine. But I think she'll turn more into mom then, right? She wants to hear about the woes, the aches, the pains. What can I do to help you? Took some film. This is what I saw. That type of thing. I think then you'll start to see why, what I'm saying, you had these type of conversations and why she was doing all the things to push you in the right direction, man. Because there's some cats who, God bless them, man, they haven't made it this far, right? Young dudes your age haven't made it this far or took the wrong route. You know what I'm saying? So when people
yeah,
tell you that there's a village and there's people standing behind you, they're standing there for a reason because they believe in you, right? They definitely believe in you, right? Winning or losing, always room for improvement, Mama says. Always, most definitely, right? She talk about lies you tell. You could be in trouble after the interview, man. You could be in trouble. No, I think you'll be. Listen, honesty is the best thing, man. I'm pretty sure she takes it with a grain of salt. We're just having fun with it. High school different because you get to talk the next day. And heck, I forgot to say what I say. What I forgot. So I say you trash. Oh Lord. Fee says she tells the boy he's trash because she forgot what she was going to say the first time, which might not have been that you was trash. Not you in particular, but her son. Here we go, Mister Get a Check. Boxhead Sab, what's going on? Yes, sir. All right. So those conversations are good. A lot of kids may think that mom or dad could be overbearing, right? It could be a little bit too much. You like that. You like that from your mom. When you hear that stuff that she's talking and she's telling you some of the things that you're doing wrong, do you do you have to see it, or you kind of I believe what she says, and yeah, that did happen on that play.
Both, right? I can see it, and I can like go off what she's saying because we have a drone, so I can see on film what I'm doing wrong.
Right, right, right. Ashley Baker says, "Keep going strong. Keep your head in the game and off them streets. You ain't never." Ashley, I can leave that up there for a minute. I can leave that up there because that's what I was talking about, right? With a lot of some of these young student athletes, man, they got all this talent and then they just take a left-hand turn. I think that breaks my heart more than anything. We lost a kid to the streets, whether he was, he didn't pass away. He did something tremendously wrong and got locked up after middle school ball. And this kid had more talent, in his pinky than a lot of people have had in their whole career. This boy was just that talented and just threw it all away. Just, just running with the wrong crowd, man. Running with the wrong crowd. So I think at times, parents, it's okay to be a little bit overbearing. It's okay to ask those questions. Where you going? Who are you going to be with? Stuff like that. We used to get, man, I used to almost write a book report to my mom before I even left the house, bro. I'm talking about back, and back then it was like way safer than what the heck's going on now. But we used to, man, the parents' name, the number, the address, who all gonna be there. How the heck am I supposed to know who all gonna be there? Golly, I'm just saying. I
I
know.
want to do this. I want to do the same thing sometimes. Like she always wants me to let me know. She wants me to let her know like wherever I'm going.
Listen, and let me tell you, as a father, I'm the same way. I ask my grown kids when they call me and say, "Where you at? What you doing? Who you with?" All of them questions. FaceTime me. Don't even text me no more. FaceTime me so I can see who you with, who back there in the background, and all the other stuff. But for real, as parents, we encourage, but I talk trash and forget the next day. I got you. All right, all right. The month of November is transition month for athletes. Ooh, you ain't never lied. That is absolutely true, right? That are not focused. I got you. I got you. Tell my boy be ready tomorrow. Got a possible game lined up with TCE. Uh-oh.
Okay.
Uh-oh. He just wants to get some clap. He just wants to get clap some pads, swap some paint. That's all this young man wants to do.
I know a couple kids that go to my school up here for TCE.
Okay, Cross game about to start. Uh-oh, big Cross, not the little one. Shout out to Cross. Good luck on your game tonight. Sweet. Sweet. Hey, is that homecoming already? Oh man, that'd be jumping. Cross homecoming be jumping. But anyways, all right. So it is what it is, right? We don't think that, young student athletes don't think that your parents are always just being, overbearing. If they're involved to what you got going on, be happy with it. Because there's some that aren't involved. Hello. We don't, that's a whole different show. That's a whole different conversation. You know what I'm talking about. Even he's down his head. That's a whole different conversation. So to have your mom there every step of the way, believe it or not, man, you're making memories, bro. You're making memories, right? My mom, she didn't watch my games. She came to one game. She saw me get hit because I used to be a fullback back in the day before I went to linebacker. But Little League, she came to watch one time. And she saw those boys piling up on top of each other and hitting. She couldn't take it. She couldn't take it. So it was mostly my dad out of all the games, all the way up through high school and everything else, up to the state championship. And didn't play college ball, but it's all good. I had fun with it. But those were memories that were created. So take them as such. All right. Boom. Oh, play military mag. Ooh, they play military mag. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I am doing Somerville. All right. All right. Support goes a long way with kids in anything, not just sports. Ooh, you ain't never lying. That's why you got to be on them student athletes. Robert Irvin, great. There you go. You preaching now, Robert. It might be Friday, but go ahead and let it go. You're absolutely right. Right? If you're there 100%, even if you didn't want to play football, your mom's going to support you in anything that you want to do. Right? So long as it's healthy, it keeps you in shape, and it keeps you off the streets. Parents and grandparents will forever be all y'all's biggest fans. We are there and hard on you to get you where you need to be. Ooh, you ain't lying. You ain't lying. That's exactly what
True now.
that's exactly what it's all about. And I think because of the village, right? So not only you got a lot of people around you, man, as adults, they gonna tell on you now. They see you doing something messed up. It's gonna get back to your mama before you do. You do know that, right?
Yes, sir.
Oh, okay, okay. So make sure that you. I've never seen you act up. You always, like I said, you're always polite. You're always a gentleman when it comes. It is yes sir, no sir, and things like that. So I ain't never had no problems with you. But just know that the village is out there and they watching. So make sure you keep your head straight, right? Like I tell my son, bunky down, head on a swivel. Stay away from that trash, man. Stay away from that trash. All right. Hey, Ashley said we find out every. You ain't like, hey, and Ashley, back in the days you'd have to go find the mama. Nowadays, I got her. Boom, 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 and then send her a message saying what you did, and probably got some video of it. Even that's right. Even stuff we didn't want to know, they showing you. They showing you got video of your child coming back. You're absolutely right. Well, ladies and gentlemen, listen, Mr. Pryor in the building. We almost about to get down to business because we got some games we want to talk about. We talked about them off. We talked about them offline, but nah, we gotta let the people know, man. We gotta do the picks. Big game coming up tomorrow that I get to go witness. Right? Um, it's Woodland versus Fort Dorchester. All right, it's Woodland versus Fort Dorchester. So here we go. Here we go. You know it was coming down to this. You know it's come down to this. Fort Dorchester's been a name and some people a thorn in their sides for a long time. Can't ever get over the hump of beating Fort Dorchester. But tomorrow, Woodland, one of the games almost similar to Battle of the North, goes down to Fort Dorchester tomorrow afternoon, and it's 6U, 8U, 10U, and 12U taking the field. So, Mr. Pryor, 6U, Woodland versus Fort Dorchester. Who you got?
I'm gonna go with Fort. I'm gonna go with Fort.
Fort Dorchester taking it. Okay, okay. Fort Dorchester 6U has been they've been successful. They keep their offense out there not too long. They go out there, they try to score within a couple of plays. But I've seen as of late with my own two eyes, Woodland's just not gonna. Woodland's just. I think they're gonna be right behind them. Woodland scores for 6U have been up there. They've been putting some points on the board. Um, if both of them putting points on the board, it comes down to defense. All right, defense wins the games anyway in any age group, but this one in particular, it's gonna have to come down to defense and or turnovers, right? Which is defense still. Whoever has the ball the longest, I think is going to win the game. I'm thinking, I'm thinking, I'm thinking. Woodland might mess around and pull an upset. They've been on a roll lately, and if they keep those penalties and everything down, they might pull off an upset. I think it's going to be one heck of a game. Mess around and go to overtime. That might be the overtime game. Woodland pulls the upset. They're going to start. They're going to start a trend of the day. All right, so I think Woodland. I think Woodland 6U pulls the upset this week. I just think they do. Love everybody at Fort. You guys know what it is. All right. Woodland, I think, might pull the upset. So then we move on to 8U. 8U Fort Dorchester just lost to Cane Bay last week. Do they come back and regroup and they shake that one off and play against Woodland, which Woodland has played Fort Dorchester a couple of times already this season. They played them in Battle in the Swamp, which Ashley Ridge uh, hosted. Then they turned around and they played in the Baby Bowl. Both games went to Fort Dorchester. Both games went to Fort Dorchester, but it wasn't a huge margin. Woodlands added a few pieces. They got some stuff together. They've been playing all across the board. Woodlands is undefeated from 6U all the way up to 12U. Now they come and they get ready to take on Fort Dorchester. So on the 8U side, Mr. Pryor, Fort Dorchester against Woodland. Who you got?
I got dang. I
I mean,
got
listen, how would you play? How would you play if you knew you just came off of a loss? Which is the Cane Bay. You can't shake a stick at that because Cane Bay has been really dominating the 8U division this year. So you knew that was going to be a tough game. But then you think, well, it's Fort Dorchester, right? They're almost expected to win. They didn't.
I'm I'm gonna go with Fort because they probably gonna take that anger on Woodland from that loss to King B.
Ooh,
So
now,
I'm gonna go with Fort.
right, right, right. Wow. Woodland on the 8U can score, similar to their 6U. They can score. Again, I think that comes down to defense. What can they do on defense? Do they have enough gas? They cannot get behind. And if they do get behind, they have to keep their mental. They have to keep their mental and stay in there, right? They have to keep their mental and stay in there. Mom says Fort definitely coming back. Yeah, with vengeful. Yeah, they're coming back. They're gonna have to try to take it out on Woodland. But Woodlands, I don't think gonna go away too quietly. Again, if they do not get behind, I think the coach's plans should be, if not already. I'm not saying, I haven't talked to him or anything like that. But me, outside looking in, if I'm Woodland, I'm trying to keep that defense out there. Control the ball. Get 3 and some smoke. Get you a couple first downs. If you score, you have to make the stop. You have to make the stop. You have to make the stop. It's going to come down to defense. Overall, Woodland might pull that upset. Woodland might pull that upset if they're down 2 games, 0-2 to Fort. They might pull that upset too. I'm almost saying 6U and 8U Woodlands pulling the upset, which now puts the pressure on 10 and 12. Quan Sanders says, "Young man is a beast." Appreciate you, Quan. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yes, they are. Woodland is undefeated across the board, Tabby. Right? And and then some people say, "Oh, it's their schedule, it's this, it's that." Undefeated is undefeated, and the points are the points. I don't get it. You know what I mean? They're playing within the region, the people they should play, and then they turn around and they got a tougher schedule right here in the middle, right? So I just think it's going to be one heck of a game. I don't think it's going to go to overtime. If by any chance Woodland loses, which I think it might flip on this one, right? They're still feeling the baby bowl. They're still feeling battle in the swamp. I think they come back and pull it. Yeah, here come Ronnie. I should have known. You should have known Ronnie Times was coming. You know we are undefeated. Rumor has it. Rumor has it. Rumor has it. You seen them, but they go Coach Craig too, right? Yeah. Look at that, Coach Craig. Give a shout out to you, Pryor. I like how he run the ball, fearless, fearless. Do you think you run the ball fearless?
For sure.
All right. In the beginning of
For
the
sure.
game, we'll jump off it just for a second. We'll come back to the rest of our picks, which is 10U and 12U. Don't let me forget that. When you're running the ball and it's the beginning of the game, you haven't been hit, you haven't hit anybody yet. What's going through your mind? Are you nervous?
I'm never nervous on the field. That's one thing I'm not. I'm never
Really?
nervous.
Even as a coach, as a former coach, I always still have those little butterflies because it is the fear of the unknown. I don't know, right? I don't know what this team is going to bring out this time and going to do this and going to do that. Do I have my plan in my head? Do I just have an A plan? I don't need to think about B, C, and what my backup plan is for this, that, and the third. That's what I got the other coaches for. If I have a player go down, somebody should be able to go in there and take their place. But I always have that small, I don't know if it's, maybe it's not nerves, right? But it's like the fear of the unknown. Right? You don't know it yet. You know what I mean? So Boxhead says for sure 100 touchdown, touchdown, right? Ashley says we be nervous for y'all. I know the parents. If the coach is going through it, I know the parents are going through it, right? Boxhead said the dog is in them. The dog is in them. And listen, I've seen him
He ain't
play
lying.
for a long. I've seen him play for a long time now, and I can honestly say unless he was full out injured, that this young man brings 100% to the game every time that he plays. Every time that he plays, you know. And speaking of that, every time that you play, my biggest thing is, what's harder, practice or a game?
Practice.
Really?
Practice is for sure harder.
And I think right, and it should be, and as it should be. Your practice should always be harder than your game, right? Because I always say the way you practice is definitely the way you play. I'd be nervous. I have the nervous stomach, and not sometimes, and he's never nervous. That is almost scary. That is almost scary. I mean, you know, you played the game for a while, and you've never had to like. You weren't even nervous in nationals,
Oh, not at all.
really. And that, you know what? For you not to have that fear is that's a great thing. All right, because like I said, I get nervous even before I go call a game to make sure I want to make sure I get the names right, the numbers, and okay, hey, look where you're at. Find out a little bit of history about the place. I got to do all those things before I go and I even get on. You know what I mean? Just so I can turn around and say, you know, speak about the town and stuff like that. But not having like a little bit of nerves before a game is damn near scary. Yes, be on the sidelines sick at nationals. I literally couldn't stand up during the games. I was sick. Wow. She was more nervous. She was nervous for the both of y'all. I think she was. She
She was
was
nervous.
nervous.
She was nervous for no reason. I don't know why she was so nervous.
Listen, man, you're her baby. She don't want you to go through no heartaches and stuff like that. You worked so hard to get up there as a parent. You want it to pay off at the end of the day, and true indeed, it did. All right, so now let's talk about it. Here we go. The big boys, you know, the kinds I like. 10U and 12U. 10U and 12U. The picks are up. 10U Fort Dorchester against 10U Woodland. Who you got?
I'm gonna say Fort gonna win it overtime.
Fort wins in overtime. Ooh, methodically thought about that one too, folks. Woodland cannot make mistakes. Woodland cannot make mistakes. When they execute, they have to execute with speed, power, and bully ball. They got to execute like that. I think the whole day. I know I've said it already twice, but I think Jade Pryor says 10U Wood comes out with the win. They got to play
Then you,
bully ball tomorrow. They got to play bully ball tomorrow. They
then
have
you.
to play bully ball tomorrow. Um, they just simply got to play bully ball. That's all what it comes down to. Um, it is what it is. Jimmy Smith in the building. That's my guy. Big Cross, not the little one. Ronnie Johnson says Woodland. I think they very few mistakes. All right, Woodland can pull it off. Woodland can pull it off. Very
Wait,
few mistakes.
who did I
Uh,
say? I said Fort or Woodland.
you said Fort, but I'm thinking Woodland.
Oh, no, Woodland. Woodland.
Woodland on the 10U.
Yeah, Woodland on the 10. I thought I
Woodland
said
on the
Woodland.
10U. Okay. Again, they have to. They can't make a lot of mistakes. They can't make a lot of mistakes. You do
That's gonna
not
be a
want to
good
give.
game right there.
Yeah, you don't want to. You don't want to give them good. You don't want to give them good with ball field. You know, advantage, man. You don't. You don't want to give them that. You don't want to give them anything. 30 and beyond and all that towards. You don't want to give them good field position. You know what I mean? Because that's when they're going to take their time and they're going to just slowly move down the field and try to. And they're going to pop one in. You know what I mean? And a lot of student athletes now playing. Once somebody else scores a touchdown and they get ahead, you can start seeing it. The heads are down. They're sad. They're feeling like that's the end of the game when it's only the first and or second quarter. And, they'll get down and out. And they'll get down on themselves, right? But as a group, if Woodland sticks together and they execute correctly, you might be right. I think I'd love that'd be another one. Overtime, Woodland takes it. Woodland takes it. Now I think I might be wrong on the first one of the first two, but if Woodland can come in and get 3 out of 1. That 12U is going to be a dogfight. That 12U is going to be a dogfight. Fort Dorchester has depth. They have depth. They can go. They can go and they can do different things. Woodland just has to play their style of game, and they can, at least stay in the run. You know what I mean? They can at least stay in the run. When it comes to the 12U, Woodland versus Fort Dorchester, Mr. Pryor, Mr. MVP, Skybox Bully MVP, who you got? Uh-oh. Jaden Pryor says, 12U, I'm saying it now. I'm saying it now. Jaden, I'm thinking you feeling a certain way about Fort, man. I know you got to take them next week, man. But God, no, you saying Woodland for the full day sweep. Woodland for the yes. 12U is going to be a great game. I think it always is.
I don't got an answer because that's gonna be a good game.
Do you think it'll be a good
That's
game?
gonna be a great game. I can't think.
You can listen. It's a free world, man. You can plead the fifth on that one. I think if it's close, I think Woodland will surprise themselves on what they can do. But I think Fort Dorchester sometimes plays with their food similar to their varsity team. They'll play around with them for a little bit. Woodland will keep it close. I think Fort wins, but it's not going to be by much. It's not going to be by much. He's going to come to one heck of a game. You can never knock Woodland out. And like I said, I know Jay's going to get me. They're going to repeat this message right here. And he's going to be all over my neck. But I'll take it. There's times I've been wrong, and I get it. I'll take all of it. And they turn around and they beat Fort Dorchester. It's going to be one heck of a game. I think it's going to be. I hope it's close, but I think Fort kind of just goes down there. They go back to their bench and they grab a few other players for their sidelines, and they come in and they're always going to have fresh legs moving the ball. So defense got to step up all across the board. Woodland's defense has got to show up. Woodland's defense shows up all across the board. You're going to see one heck of a day of youth football. I think it's going to be close. 8U, I think it's going to be a dog fight. Fort Dorchester coming off that loss last week to Cane Bay. It's going to be something. They're coming back vengeful, like I saw earlier. I'll forgive you on that. He said, I'll forgive you. Ronnie says, I'll forgive you on that pick. Ronnie, don't you agree with me, Ronnie? You know, every time, I'm not going to lie, when it comes to Woodland and I go against Woodland, y'all can clip this one. When I go against Woodland, they mess around and they win. And the first thing Jay Williams does is he's going to call me if I'm in the stands. He's going to turn around and he's going to talk so much trash. But I take it. I got to take it. I'm picking against the home team. Man, come on. I'm not supposed to do that. Wood on top. We will take 4 boxes of donuts for our win. Thank you. Ashley said she's going to take the 4 across the board. You guys go in there and sweep. My goodness. You ain't going to be able to say nothing. You ain't going to be able to say nothing to Woodland for the rest of the season if they come in there and they sweep Fort Dorchester. Can it happen? Yes. Will it happen? We going to see. Wood on top. Craig said, Craig and I talked the other day, and it was before the game day, a couple days ago, and they know. Those coaches know what they have to bring. They feel a certain way. So the same way that 8U feels about Cane Bay is the same way Woodland's 8U feels about Fort Dorchester when it came to the Baby Bowl and Battle in the Swamp. That's all I'm saying. They feel the same way. Y'all feel a certain way about how y'all lost last week. They feel the same way that they're 0-2 against you, and they lost by very, very close margins. That's it. Somebody said, Tabby, get your son. What's up, Ashley? They've fallen out with it. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, man, if you're just now tuning in, we're almost to the end. Man. It's time for high school football to come on. So I know some of y'all are on your way out there to go watch some games, but we got just a couple more questions. All right, Mr. Pryor, we made our picks. They're going to hold it against us. It's me versus you on some of these, but it's all good. We family, so we'll take it for what it's worth. Let me see. Ash says, this is our first year. All these teams shock me. They are amazing. Yeah, listen, they are. There's talent going on down here. Down in the low country. Low country got ballers too. All right. NFL team. who's your NFL team? You strike me as the type of guy who might have like one or two. So who's your NFL team?
I got two.
You got two. See, how do I know that? I just know these things. All right, your two teams. Who you got?
All right, so I got Seattle, and then I have New York Giants. And the
All right.
only reason I say New York Giants is because my mom's from New York.
Okay. All right. Well, we can take that. First of all, Lawrence. I think is a Giants fan too. We had another guy that we worked with. That was no. Lawrence isn't a Giants fan. Is he? He's
He's a
not a
Jets
Giants.
fan.
That's right. Yes. Yes. We always used to tease him about that. He sure is. Because we had another partner of ours that was a Giants fan. Our guy Ben, that worked with us, and he was a Giants fan. And we used to always get back and forth and talk trash about that. I'm a Giants fan. They're not doing so well, so we won't talk about the Giants. We'll just leave it alone. Look, he put it up there. Jets, Jets, Jets. We know. We remember now. We remember now. My works owner, like, all right, you what? With that line. Listen, I know. I know. Okay, what about a college team? What
Clemson.
about a college team? You got a college team?
Clemson. Clemson for
Clemson?
sure.
Come on, man. You come on, man. You already see it, man. It's all the way always. How about them dogs? Georgia.
Georgia.
Yes, sir.
No,
Yes,
no
sir.
sir.
Hey, listen. I'm sorry what happened, man, but it's over with. It's over with. There's no way you guys thought you was gonna come in and take the real national champions and dust them off like that, man. That's the SEC, bro. That's the SEC. That's SEC. All right. So, and speaking of those things, we talked about some colleges, we talked about the NFL and things like that. Last two questions I got for you. Okay. What player do you think you play like that plays in the NFL? Good one, right?
I
Good
don't
one.
got to answer.
You got to answer that. You got to answer. There's a couple of them that you think play like you. There is a player that you may remember that played for the Colts back in the days. His name is Elgin Jones. James. I'm saying the wrong name. Elgin James, man. You need to look him up because that's exactly who you remind me of. Really wasn't a huge guy, man, but he had a little bit of size on him, and he ran the ball like none other. He was really talented young man. Okay, last question. You got 3 envelopes that I get to put inside of your mailbox. That when you go check your mailbox, those 3 envelopes are going to be from 3 different colleges. Ooh. Which names would be on those envelopes? Would you like to see on those envelopes?
Georgia, LSU, and Clemson.
Ooh, I like that. I like that. I like that. I could do that. I like LSU. LSU is that's some southern football. The
And
closer, we talking about Georgia, you almost talking about that Georgia Florida thing, man. Those boys play some hard nosed football, man. That's some different football down there. Even on the youth side of things, that's some different football. Uh his game reminds me of the bus Jerome Bettis. Ooh.
everybody said that. Everybody says that.
Ooh, listen, now Jerome Bettis wasn't the fastest. He had a lot more speed than people took him for. But man, you weren't just going to easily tackle this guy. This guy should have been he was like, I don't know if he was ever a guard like when he first started, but that was a huge frame on a guy who could carry his weight like somebody who weighed 150 pounds, man. And he was
When
huge.
I first started playing tackle, I was a lineman. I played D
Yes,
line and no line.
I remember. You had some size on you. You started shooting up a little bit, and you slimmed up, and turned into this amazing this amazing athlete, and then started running the ball, and that was the end. That was all she wrote. Once you touched that ball, you never stopped. You never stopped, man. That's great. That's great. That's great. Well, ladies and gentlemen, hey, listen, we want to say thank you to Mr. Pryor for taking time out of his busy schedule. He might play tomorrow. He might not. Nobody.
Hopefully.
He said he playing somewhere. He putting on the uniform. He ain't cheating or nothing, but he said he gonna put on that uniform tomorrow, one way or another. So we want to wish you the best of luck, man, for the rest of your season.
Thank
Next
you.
time I see you, we definitely have to get that selfie. Might even mess around and do a little TikTok, have fun with the game and everything else, man. Any shout outs? Anything you want to say to anybody out there?
Uh, thank you for the voting. I really appreciate that. I had like 490 votes. I said this at the beginning, but probably everybody wasn't in here. I just want to say thank you. Thank you for having me, and thank you for everybody that voted for me.
There you go. No more shout outs. I don't know what you eating tonight, but I know you ain't eating at my house. Is there any more shout outs you want to give to you sure? Are you
Uh,
positive? How
my
about the person?
mama,
There you go. Hey,
my
listen,
mama,
we gotta do
and
this
who else?
outreach, kids.
My mama, and my cousin close the bear and get it checked.
There you go. There you go. Jaden said me. Jaden said you got Jaden Pryor said you got all about me. Lord have mercy. And you know, Grandpa always says, congratulations, proud of you. And thanks again, Uncle Professor. We appreciate everything you do for the youth. Thanks again to everyone who voted. You already know how we get down, niece. You already know how we get down. Good job from Ronnie Johnson says, keep up the good work. And
Thank you.
Boxhead Sav says, get a check. You already know. You already know. Tabby Ray says, wow, son. And Jaden said, wow.
I said mamas. I said mamas. I
You
didn't say
said
mama. I said
mamas.
mamas
Yeah,
with
that's
an S.
Jaden. And Jaden says, wow, man, I blocked for you. I couldn't even get a shout out. Shout out to the line. Shout out to the line. He meant to say it. He forgot to. Shout out to the line and all that y'all do. You know what you got to do? I'm going to tell you the secret to keeping a good line. All right? Let me tell you. Let me tell you the secret? Got to buy him candy. You got to buy him candy. Bro,
Candy.
every now and then, you need to bring just a handful of Snickers to those linemen and tell them appreciate you, thank you, keep blocking, right? Especially at the end of practice, all right? A juice and a candy bar. I don't do sodas, so do a juice and a candy bar to your line, and then you got to physically, like, you got to be the one to go hand it to them. Appreciate you, a little goodie bag, and let them go about their business. And you'd be amazed how well they're gonna block for you next time around. I guarantee you.
All right. I'll do it.
There you go. Tabby Red says thanks. You already know. You already know how those guys go about you, man. Hey, once again, man, thank you for joining me tonight. Thanks for the
Thank you.
picks. Of course, ladies and gentlemen, it's all in fun. It is the 5'3", 135, 140-pound monster of a running back, the MVP, the Skybox Bully MVP player of the game, none other than Mr. Pryor in the building. Hey, get some rest, man. If you play tomorrow, you play tomorrow. If you don't, it's still all good. You'll be all
Hopefully we
right.
play tomorrow.
You got Fort next week, so you know I got my picks coming again. So listen,
All right.
listen up for them picks coming up next week. All right.
I'll for sure be listening. I promise you.
I know you will. I know you will. Hey, appreciate you, man, and keep doing what you're doing, young brother.
Thank you.
There you go. All right, everybody. Oh my goodness. What a show. What a show. What a show. What a co-host. Huh? Polite young man doing his thing. Always been a fan of his, man. And it's solid. And it's solid, man. It's good to see these young student athletes out there doing what they do. All right. Love, support. PhD is always bigger than the game. PhD is players having development. All right. Don't forget also, I'm going to get it up there next week. If you haven't already, make sure you get ready to sign up for the second annual, that's right, second annual Low Country Royale. All right. The cheerleading competition is coming back. And we had to go get a bigger spot because we know y'all coming. We know y'all coming. All right. Also, one last thing, man, I'm going to let y'all go off of this. PhD Youth Sports, especially myself, the professor, owner, and operator, and the student, love and support each and every youth media outlet out there, especially you right here in South Carolina. Okay, I had the chance to meet Kansas Sports Corner last week, Flowtown versus GVE. We extended our hand out there to help her whenever she needed to, whenever she wanted to do anything. We invited her on the field to watch, the game on field play. She was working and had been booked, so she stayed on the sidelines, but we had just a very small moment to talk. love and support and salute to Kansas Sports Corner. We will support you 100%. All right. And there's never anything else we wouldn't do. All right. So we hope you get your stuff back together. We look forward to hopefully still working with you later on. We have some big shows coming up that we'd love to connect with and do our thing and just kill youth sports and give these kids the shine that they deserve. All right. And that's all we about. Straight up and down. Okay? That's it. Nothing but love. So make sure, if you haven't already, go like, share, follow Kansas Sports Corner, all right, on Facebook. All right? Tell a friend, tag 2 more friends. Also, don't forget, tomorrow, hey, listen, we chilling. We chilling tomorrow. We're going to watch the Woodland versus Fort Dorchester battle go down mostly majority of the day. All right, so we'll be out there. We got a couple special interviews to do, meet up with a couple Fort people, and then we carry ourselves right over there where we belong with the Wood. All right? Oh, definitely enough room for everybody, sis. Come on, man. Listen, you know me. I think different. That's why they say it's in the lab with the professor. I got an idea already that we would kill it. We would kill it. And then, I got 4 or 5 major events coming up. 3 major events coming up this year, and next year is like 4 or 5 major events that I would just love to bring Kansas Sports Corner right along with us and just murder the whole scene together. I think it'd be fly. I think it'd be pretty fly. Very knowledgeable young woman, loves the kids, loves everything that they're doing, and doesn't pick for just one side and roots for everybody. Sound familiar? Come on, man. You already know how we get down. All right, but tomorrow we'll be at the game. Special interview going down. We sit down and talk with Akai Patterson and his 12U. All right, so we're going to try to jump on that right around between the 8U and 10U game. We'll sit down, talk to Coach Akai, and find out what's going on in the minds of Fort Dorchester's 12U and what's all been going on and what's new. Also, special interview for a young man that I'm going to surprise him with. All right? Hey, thanks once again, man. Don't forget this Sunday. Get those videos in. We'll watch them. Listen, we pick the best out of the 3 that we think is, all right? We put it out there, but it's love and support for all. That's why we turn around and share your videos after. Hey, if we're wrong, we're wrong. Let the people decide. And, of course, talk trash, because we like to talk trash right back, all right? Y'all have a blessed night. Be safe. Great games tomorrow, all right? Don't forget, for the community, by the community, support those vendors, support those concession stands. Not the ones with them orange box burgers, though. Don't support them. Y'all know what it is, man. He's the professor, a.k.a. the Skybox Bully. Never forget, PhD. It's bigger than the game.